Great morning, LAQUITA. Great morning, SITA. Great morning. Burgundy. We got Burgundy on the call. I believe that's who B Brown is. If not, then that's Bobby Brown. Thank you. We're honored, Bobby Brown, if you just joined our call. Let's get it. Guys, you know what time it is? It's that 7 a.m. That's 7 a.m. It's time for us to train. This is where we make ourselves better. So hopefully you guys are alive and alert, right? You got a student mindset and you got pen and paper ready, just like I do. With that being said, I want to throw this call over to SITA Moore. Kick us off, SITA.
Great morning, everyone. I hope everybody's ready for the 7 a.m. training call. Excited. Miss Charlene, talent acquisition. Like she said, she rolls out the red carpet and she hopes she doesn't have to roll it back in. So guys, be on your P's and Q's. Let's get those pen and pads ready. Miss Charlene, take it away.
Great morning, everyone. Great morning. How's everybody this morning? I hope everybody's feeling good, feeling inspired and ready to go. As we know, I am Miss Charlene. I like the sound of it, Miss Charlene. And this morning I want to speak about gratitude, being grateful, being appreciative, just being thankful for what you have without complaining about what you don't have. And you know, gratitude can take you a long ways. I mean, it's about focusing on what's good in your life and being thankful for the things that you do have. It's about pausing, stopping to notice and appreciate the things that we often take for granted, like having food to eat, having a roof over our head, having a vehicle to drive, or in this day and time with technology, having these iPhones, having these computers, having tablets and iPads. That's being grateful, that's being appreciative, because I'm older than most of you. Those things did not exist in my younger days. So I am so grateful that they are part of the universe now, and I was able to pick up and learn from these things, because these are things that will carry us farther, and there will be more things to come that will take us even farther. So we definitely are moving with time, and I'm glad to be a part of that time. Gratitude is powerful, whether we know it or not. It can affect you in all kinds of ways. It can affect you mentally. It can affect you physically. You know, it can affect your emotions, just how you act, how you carry yourself, what you do, you know, and it can improve your health if you're grateful enough. Every morning when we get up out of our beds, if we don't say, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to see this day, you started out your day wrong. Be grateful. Some people don't wake up every morning. But we all woke up and we all here. The room is looking good. Got plenty of faces in. Should be a lot more here. But those that are here get the message. We need to always remain grateful. They say that there are 3 stages of gratitude in order for us to stay grateful. The 3 stages of remaining of gratitude is to recognize what you're grateful for. You got to know what you're being grateful for. Acknowledge it. Take responsibility for it. Take control of it. Acknowledge that you're grateful. And the 3rd thing, appreciate it. If someone has done something for you, appreciate it. So, you know, you're going to recognize that person said something good to you. Yes, your hair looks nice today. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That was kind words. Nice of you to say. Acknowledge it. Let them know. Don't just look at them like you don't know what they're talking about. Acknowledge when a person is giving you gratitude, showing you gratitude, and show gratitude in return as well. People don't have to do anything for you. They don't. They do what they want to do for you. And you should be the same way. So be grateful for any part of it. Gratitude can also keep you grounded and keep you moving forward. It can help you keep moving towards your goals as well. If you got goals aligned and where you want to go, then gratitude will also help you move toward that personal development with it as well. Now, I'm going to throw a word out here. I'm going to see if anybody can tell me, what does ingratitude mean?
When you're ungrateful.
Very much so. It's a lack of appreciation that you have. Because when you show you grateful, you show you appreciate. And you appreciate them, you appreciate whatever the case may be. But if you are in gratitude, that means that you are an ungrateful person. You have a hard time even saying thank you. You have a hard time saying, I appreciate that. You know, so we want to make sure that you always do, because we're grateful every day of our life. We're grateful to who helps clean our house, or who cooks our food, or anything. Be grateful. Let those people know that you notice and you see what they do for you, and give that back in return. That's how you build a relationship. Gratitude can also build a relationship with your significant others, with your family, your friends, even the co-workers that we all work together. Gratitude can be shown through there as well. So we want to make sure you know gratitude turns what little you have into abundance. Gratitude is so much more than just saying thank you. And gratitude changes your perspective of your world. If you're a grateful person, it will change your perspective, because you will look at other things to be grateful about as well. So it can help you build, maintain all those relationships with the people in your life, and also control your behavior toward others as well. So with that being said, I'm going to give you 7 quick little short snippets of what it can do for you. It can help you sleep better, believe it or not. If you go to sleep with a clear mind, count your blessings for the day, you can sleep good. It can also make your physical health be strong. Lower that blood pressure. Stop that diabetic attack. Stop those headaches. You don't take drugs and everything out there to fix yourself. You can fix yourself, but you fix yourself from the inside by being grateful. Number 3, it builds your mental health. Gratitude promotes a sense of well-being, and it can help ease that depression, that mood swing. It's good for you. Just by being grateful. You didn't think that one little word could do so much. It is a very powerful word, gratitude and being grateful. It can create the willpower. You know, reflect on what you're grateful for. I know a lot of us, before we eat our food, before we put a bite of food in our mouth, we will stop and bless the cook, bless the man upstairs that was able to provide it for us. You know, I don't want to say too much on religion here, because everyone does something different, but you get the point of what I'm saying. Improve your self-esteem as well. It can make you feel better. It can, you know, focus on the things that's positive, and that can help you keep you going, keep you feeling good. You want to feel good. You want to feel good every day you get up. If you can't get up and put your own smile on your face, then there's a problem, because you can't put a smile on anybody else's face if you can't put a smile on your own face. It can improve those relationships, and it can improve your self-care. Now, I hope everyone got something out of this, what I spoke about this morning, being grateful and having being gratified with the things that come about us in life, because those are things that will carry us a long way. It will carry you through the day. If you just think about this morning, that Miss Charlene said, be grateful, be thankful. Don't be afraid to let somebody know, I appreciate you. It's not always about attacking. Sometimes you got to give praise as well. And don't expect the praise to always come to you. You got to be able to give praise as well along with that. So, you know, the best part about gratitude is free. It costs us nothing. It's just like a smile. That smile is the biggest thing that you can have, but it's free. It's just about you taking the time to smile, taking the time to say you're thankful, taking the time to show gratitude. So, you know, that's all I have this morning, and hope that this benefits your day in some type of way. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Charlene. Amazing. Does anybody know the 3 stages of gratitude? So if you guys know and you've been paying attention, please drop it in the chat. So I hope you guys have your pen and pad that you've been writing it. So if everybody could just put it right in the chat and throw some fire in there for Miss Charlene, because gratitude is definitely necessary. So thank you so much for that, Miss Charlene. Appreciate you so much. I'm throwing some fire in the chat right now. And then we're going to throw it over to LAQUITA. LAQUITA is call center number 2. Let's get it, LAQUITA.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? All right, so I have 2 things. I have a video that I would like to share with you guys on how to, when you're using the tablet and when you get to the credit verification, once you get there, which place to press will be credit risk. Once you press on credit risk, what you would do next from there to go to the next screen. So once you get to the next screen, it'll pretty much show you everything on how you get there and what it will look like. So can I share my screen? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So starting from here, if you guys can see, you see where I'm pointing to where it says refresh?
Yes.
Okay, so right there beside refresh, you see where it says credit risk? It's a little bright, but it says credit risk. It's right beside refresh. And you see review details is in the middle of that.
And it says medium.
Yeah, you will click right there and it'll pop this screen up. And you will see where it says deposit and it has all the deposits, things like that. Once you call credit verification, you give them the order number. You also give them your ID. Once you give them your ID, they're gonna ask you, what would you like to do? You will tell them you would like to waive the deposit. This is an ACP account. Normally when I call in, I say, hey, this is the order number, this is an ACP account. Then they ask me for my name and I give them the information. Once I do that, they ask me, what's the customer's name? They verify, and if they need to speak with the customer, they are asked to speak with the customer. If not, they will pretty much, let you know, hey, what's the ACP? Do you have it or do the customer have it? You'll provide them with the ACP. Once they say that they released it, you see where it says refresh credit response. This is what it's gonna do. Once they say you're okay to release, they released it, press refresh credit response, it zeroes out. Once it zeroes out, you close.
Oh, okay.
Scroll down, then it says save and continue.
Oh, well, I was doing it wrong.
Save and continue. You press use postal address because that's what's really gonna pop up.
Oh, wow.
And then it gives you the installation date. And that's that.
Yeah, that was very helpful, LAQUITA. I wasn't doing it the way you told me over the phone. I was doing it totally different.
That's
Thank
how
you.
you do it. No worries.
Appreciate you.
Okay, so from there, because I know that can help a lot of you. I know a lot of you have ran into that problem. So also, I want to speak about accountability. What accountability means to me is being honest, being able to, show responsibility and claim truth of, what you're doing and what you didn't do, or, saying like right from wrong. So therefore, it's like, I pretty much want to talk to you guys about being accountable. If you know you did something that you shouldn't have, or if you know that you're doing something that you shouldn't have, show accountability. Be able to say, yes, I did. No, I didn't, So always stay true to you. Stay true to yourself. Never let anybody else reflect on you. Stay true to you, but also be honest. And that's all I have.
On that, this might seem like a silly question. Does it matter which button you use as postal or same address?
I would rather use postal, because when you use postal, it'll give them that postal address, and that's what's gonna pop up in the system.
So don't hit the same as
It might not pop up. So just to be on the safe side, use postal, because when you use postal, that's post office. That's the post office address that they're using. So they're going to go directly to that address.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you, ma'am.
No worries.
Thank you, LaQuita. Is that all you have?
Yes, ma'am. And if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the chat.
Thank you so much, LaQuita.
No worries.
Amazing. Like Anthony Sharp said, he didn't know. So that's what we're here for, to learn. So that's amazing that you're here, Sharp. So thank you so much for that, calling into CBC. And you touched a bit on accountability. So thank you so much for that, LaQuita. And we will now throw the ball over to, and throw some fire in the chat for LaQuita, please. We'll throw the ball over to MITHARLY. MITHARLY is call center number 3. And she also deals with no hire packet and, you know, a lot of the background of the company. So MITHARLY.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Great morning. So my name is MITHARLY. I am extension 3 at the call center. And like Sita said, I also help with the onboarding. Like I'll send you emails for your new hire guides, BTG University, and the training manuals and stuff like that. So if you guys need any help with that, please do not hesitate to hit me up. Yes, so this morning, my topic is on, I guess you could say, having grace for yourself, but also don't allow yourself to be a victim, and, you know, how to move forward, you know, from whatever you're going through and stuff like that. So, and that topic today was inspired by a post that I made on Instagram. And the caption was, appreciate where you are right now. You are where you need to be. Give yourself grace. Use it as a learning period. Things may be bad, but it doesn't have to be your story. You have the power and the authority to turn it around. So I really like that, that caption, and it shifted my perspective, you know, to make me see that, you know, we have the power, you have the power, whatever you're going through, it's okay. We all go through things, and also see it as whatever you're going through, you're meant to be going through that, because it's like, it's a reflection period, you know, and also life is a reflection of you. So you may have gotten yourself to where you're at right now. It's not always just God, you know, punishing you, or just life itself punishing you for no reason. There is a reason for everything, and you just have to, you know, step away from that victim mindset for a little bit and step outside of yourself and just look at everything that's going on. Look at how you got here, how you played a role, and how you could do better in the future. So, and also to remember that when we fall off, it's an opportunity to strengthen your path. It's a great way to get back to the foundations, to see, okay, my foundation has been weak. That's why I'm back to where I started. You know, this is where the leak is at. You know, this is what I need to fix. This is what I got to work on. And as you strengthen your foundation, you'll be able to go further than you got. So we have, I guess, like 4 or 5, because I was still writing, 4 or 5 steps on how to move forward from a learning period. You know, like we're always going to be in a learning period, because we're all students of life anyway. So we have step 1, reflect on why you fell off. And I also touched on that a little bit. Reflect on why you fell off. Why did you fall off? Why are you going through this, you know, at this time right now? Why do you feel like things are slow for you? Why are you confused right now? Because confusion is kind of one of the worst states that you can be in, but it's not really the worst, because it's a reason for why you're in confusion. So it's good to have that awareness. But when you're confused, you're kind of prolonging your path. Like, you can't be confused for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months about what you need to do with your life. The more, the further back you're going, because you're not really moving forward, and you're not staying stuck either, because life is moving on without you. So being confused, it's good to be confused and be aware of it, but then you gotta check in with yourself, reflect on why am I confused? Why is this going on? And if you do that, if you make that a priority, you will have the answers, or the answers will come to you. If you are aware of that and you make it a priority to find out the answer so that you can have a solution to move forward. And then I have number 2, understand that life is a reflection of who you are or who you've been, because who you were last year, it has an impact on who you are today, and who you are today will have an impact on who you are tomorrow. So understand that you are a reflection, you know, of your life. Like whatever you do, whatever you know, whatever you are educated on, whatever you're putting into practice, whatever you're seeing and thinking and listening to is what's going to affect your life, basically. So it's all a reflection of you and what you got going on the inside. That's what the external life is about. So change, and I have number 3, you have to start your change from within, not on the outside. Don't expect the outside to start conforming itself for you, to start fixing for everything, to just start working out if you aren't starting from within. So start from within, like that's where the real work is, because once you start working from within, and that has to do with everything, what you give yourself access to, basically, what you're listening to, what you're hearing. If you have to start reading some books, start to hypnotize yourself with good information where you want to be at in the future, or wherever you want to get at. It starts now to hypnotize yourself with that from within, and then the outside will start to, you know, conform itself to what you're telling it to do. But you're not telling it to do that just by saying, oh, hey, life, I want you to do this now. You got to start the work from within, and you have to become like that person that, you know, life will be like that for you. Be that person first, and then everything will start changing on the outside. So do the inner work. Do not run away from that. And the easiest way to start working on yourself is to, you know, start with affirmations. And I know you guys probably all know what affirmations are. Affirmations is what you're telling to yourself, what you tell yourself. Start being delusional. You don't have to have what you want now, or you don't have to be who you are now in order to get it. You have to start telling yourself, because if you don't know where you want to be at, you don't know who you want to be, how can you even get there? So you got to start telling yourself these things, like, this is who I am this, I am that. But as long as you kind of push all of that onto yourself, at least you know where you're going, you know who you want to be. You have to remind yourself that on a day-to-day basis, because nobody will remind you. Like most people in this world, they're going to remind you of what you're not. So you have to start reminding yourself of who you want to be, because it's all up to you and the ball is in your court. So start with affirmations, because your self-concept, it determines how you view yourself, but it also determines how others view you and what life gives you. So you have to take control. Don't let anybody else tell you who you are. And if you do let that happen, you're going to be more confused than you were before. Because you're confused. You will be confused when you let people dictate who you are and what you should do, right? Or that you know, the easier life will be. And, you know, so take charge. And because affirmations will shift your identities, and that's how you get to show up as the new you. And I have the last step: do not be a victim. Don't be a victim. You cannot win in life if you are a victim. Victims don't win. Like if you watch movies, the victim, they always go down bad. So you have to become the main character. You have to, because you are the main character of your reality at the end of the day. You are that main character. Nobody else, everybody else is like, how do you call that? The background characters, like the side, I don't know how to call it, I forgot. Everybody else should be like, you know, the people on the sides in the movie, and you're the main character. And the main character always knows what they want. And if you don't know, you better find out, you know, because you're running this at the end of the day. Like God is not going to force you to do anything. Nothing will force you. You have to start taking control. And that's all I have. And I hope that was helpful for you guys. And I also do have one more thing to include. It is the credit verification phone number. because I realized a lot of you guys don't know the credit verification number. And now that when you fall into the call center, you have to call CVC yourself. You have to have that number and you have to save it on your phone. Like, I have that number saved on my phone. All I gotta do is just start typing CVC or credit verification number, and I have their number. So once you have to get used to that, because you know we're all going to have a tablet. All of you will have a tablet at the end of the day. So you have to start becoming that agent that has everything they need. So you don't have to call into the call center to get the CVC phone number. That's the number, save it on your phone so that when you tell you have to call CVC, you have it ready. You just have to click and then you're good to go. So that's all I have this morning. And if you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat. Have a great day.
Thank you thoroughly. Thank you so much for that. Having grace for yourself, but don't be a victim. Move forward. You dropped a lot of inklets there. Thoroughly, thank you so much for that. It's a lot of power. Appreciate that so much. Let's throw some fire in the chat for MITHARLY. She brought it. Thank you so much. We will now throw the ball over to Crystal. Crystal is the manager, general manager in VA. What do you have for us today, Crystal?
Good morning. Today, what I wanted to talk about was when we go out in the field and get these locations. So when you in the field and you getting your locations and you feel like, okay, well, I'm in my zip code. My zip code on the that your GM might give you might be 23222 zip code. That might be your zip code that you are able to work, but every part of the 23222 not your zip code. So you may be entering in someone else's territory. So when that happens, our agent ID gets suspended. So that's why most of us have computers that we are able to look into optics to see what we have. And that is called the leads, to see what we have and where we can go. Because I learned that you don't want to get your ID badge suspended. And another thing, like if you know that it's a possibility that you're not supposed to be there, you shouldn't leave flyers and you shouldn't leave your number, because the first thing and the first time something go wrong, what the client's going to do is call and say, well, Crystal Jackson was the one that serviced me because I have her flyer. And then Verizon's going to call Quincy, and then Quincy's going to call you or your GM and tell you, hey, you know, you was out of territory today. Like, you know, you wasn't supposed to be there. Did you know that you weren't supposed to be there? And sometimes we do know we don't supposed to be, but we try to, you know, walk through and try to get away with it, but it always come back. So just be mindful of where you are supposed to be. Just because they get Verizon don't mean that we are able to offer them Verizon, because it could be somebody else's territory. Now, that's just like if y'all ever seen Coming to America, when McDowell's was always trying to steal McDonald's recipe. It's the same thing. Like, people really value their territory when they see Bridge the Gap coming in their territory when they've been there. And they might not have done no work, but then they see that, oh, we got hits over there. Who did these hits? Then they get the card. Bridge the Gap. Who is that? They're not supposed to be here. Or either they run to you and they start asking you questions. Because I had that problem where I didn't know when I first started that I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. It was the zip code. I seen other people there, so I went there. I did very well over there. Then I seen two people. It was their territory, and they was with another agent. And I'm just so happy and friendly. Yeah, my name was this and third. It came back that I'm supposed to be over there. So all those people that I serviced, that was people that they could have serviced, and I pretty much took money out of their pocket. So you just got to be mindful where you are. If you're not sure, just call your GM or on your tablet, everything for leads and where the leads are. That's all I have.
You're breaking up, Crystal.
So that's all right now. Can you hear me?
We can
We
hear you
can't
now.
hear you. Can't hear you now.
Yeah.
But your picture is frozen. We can't hear you too much.
No, you're breaking up.
Recap.
So somebody get a picture of that smile, okay? Who take a picture of that smile, okay? Get a picture, Quincy.
Join back in a few. What we can do, we can move forward until Crystal is able to come back. So we'll throw the ball over to TALEA. TALEA is the general manager in PA.
Great morning.
Great morning, TALEA.
So, this morning, I just wanted to speak about self-value and talk about a few tips on how to improve your self-value. So a positive self-image can be a crucial element of our mental health. Let's be kinder to ourselves, develop greater confidence, and be more receptive to love. Self-worth refers to our sense of value and why we are worthy of support and compassion. With a healthy sense of self-worth, we're often better situated to seize opportunities, develop a high level of self-esteem, and improve our mental well-being. If, however, you have trouble valuing yourself highly, there are several ways you can change your perspective and develop a healthier self-image. So one way would be set realistic expectations. People who value themselves highly are often comfortable with their own limitations. They typically understand that perfection isn't a realistic goal and that mistakes are bound to happen. An important aspect of self-worth is the belief that you are worthy of respect regardless of a particular outcome. How to improve your self-worth. If you'd like to learn how to value yourself more highly, there are several steps that you could take that may help you improve your self-image. The following strategies can help you build your self-worth, enhance your mental well-being, and flourish. Use affirmations. Positive affirmations can be beneficial tools. One way to use affirmations when you're starting out with low self-worth is to make them positive but believable to you. So, for example, if you wanted to get a job for which hundreds of people have applied, telling yourself you are going to get the job might feel overwhelming. Instead, you might use an affirmation like, I deserve to have a good job like this, and I'll keep trying until I get one. Another one is learn to take compliments. When we reject compliments, we are often diminishing our accomplishments and devaluing ourselves. Say, for instance, that someone compliments you on a portrait you painted. Instead of you seeing it through their eyes, you look at the flaws in it. Eye color and didn't quite get right, or the hair you drew too long. They don't accept the compliment because you feel you don't deserve it. What happens when you allow yourself to see the painting through the other person's eyes is that you may suddenly become aware of the things you've done in the portrait. You may now notice that you've made the lip line very expressive or captured the exact expression of your model. Another one is find the good in yourself. When you experience a negative outcome, you can rebuild your self-worth by looking for the positives in the situation. You might feel like you're a bad parent because you missed your child's dance recital rather than in ways that suggest you're a good parent. Last but not least, use I am with care. When you use I am phrases, you're often putting limits on yourself, particularly if you're defining yourself in a negative way. Instead of labeling yourself, Try labeling the behavior of thoughts that's concerning you rather than saying, I am bad at solving problems. Try saying the idea wasn't right. And that's all I have for you guys this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Talia. Knowing your self-value and how to gain self-value. That is amazing, Talia. Thank you so much. Let's throw some fire in the chat for Talia. And we'll throw the ball back over to Crystal, since Crystal has joined. And a lot of information, a lot of great information, Talia. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no.
I thought I was done. I don't know why. I don't know where.
Oh, were you done?
Yeah. I don't know where it was left off at.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to say, or didn't want to cut you off?
I think I was done. I don't know if y'all heard all of it. So I can put a little spin on it quickly.
Okay.
So
let's hear you.
So basically at the end, I was saying that if you're not sure about your locations and you're confused about just because you have that zip code, and if that is indeed your area, you can go into optics and look it up and look at your lease, or you can call your GM and say, hey, I'm over here. I'm downtown Broad Street, and this is the location. It's a good old apartment building. And then or your GM can be able to tell you whether or not that's you, if that building belongs to us, and whether we can stay. Another thing too, also, when you go places and you see Verizon flyers, right? And I don't have one in front of me. And you see Verizon flyers, and it have a barcode on it with an agent name. Don't think that building don't belongs to us because somebody else flyer is in there. Those people are sales agent that do move in and move out. We are door knockers. So we are within our territory as long as that's our zip code and that's our building. We can knock. We can door knock. Some of them might get upset that we do it because we get more than them. So when they go out and do their events, everybody say, oh, I'm already signed up. I'm already signed up. Oh, SITA signed me up. I'm signed up. But they are moving and move out. So don't let them discourage you and thinking you're doing something wrong, because I thought that at one point. But, I had clarification from the higher upper saying that, no, I was within my rights to be there because I door knock. They just do the move in and move out. So that's all I had.
Thank you so much, Crystal. So knowing your territory, very important. So thank you so much for putting that spin on it. Thank you. We will now throw the ball over. Let's throw some fire in the chat for Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. The leaders are throwing it down. That is amazing. So we'll throw the ball over now to Wallace.
Hold 1 second. I'm trying to throw some fire for Miss Jackson over there, because she is for real. Hold on. This computer kind of take a while. Got to do it separately. Great morning, everybody. How is everyone feeling this morning? I just want to start off by saying that. How's everyone doing?
Amazing.
Look,
woke up this morning.
Look, it's the first, baby. It's March 1st. I often hear Crystal talk about this March Madness. She keep talking about it, so I'm overly excited because I want to see how this thing rolls. This is my first March Madness. But before I start with my subject, y'all know what I got to do. Y'all know how the tiger roll on these calls. So today we're gonna do the same thing we did last week. We're gonna have a little church, but we're gonna change what we said. We're gonna change it. So this Wednesday, we're gonna go left, right, down, up, and we're gonna say you are special to me and I am special to you. So with that being said, we're gonna look to our neighbor on the left, whoever that might be, and say you are special to me and I am special to you. Let's go. Neighbor, come on. Everybody off mute. Y'all, let's go. Y'all know what y'all gonna get on Wednesdays with the motivational tiger. Let's go. So you are special to me On your left, I am special to you.
You are special to me, and I am special to you.
All right. Yep. And then we gonna go look down, and we gonna say you are special to me, and I am special to you.
You are special to me, and I am.
Now you know this got to be the livest one because I'm the tiger, son. When we look up, you know what I'm saying? We got to be loud on this one. So let's hit it, people. You are special to me, and I am special to you.
You are special to me. I am special to you.
That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna have to improve on Thugly's volume because she seemed like she don't have another level. But I got her. I'm gonna work on Thugly's volume over there. That's Starly. I call her Thugly though. We're gonna work on her volume because she's just too cool. She's just too cool for everything. So what I wanna my subject, and it seems like to me the universe works for all of us. Like all our topics match without us knowing what we're gonna talk about. And that is very unique with a company, that everybody has the same mindset without even trying. Like everything in sync matches. Like when Miss Charlene came out, when SITA came, and when everybody came out, it seemed to be on one accord. So this, I was looking what Miss Charlene said and what everybody else said, and I was like, man, this goes along with what I have to say. And that is a beautiful thing when I wake up and talk to you guys. Everybody's in sync with what we have to say and what we do. So what I want to talk about is, sir, I got it. I'm on the call. My son, the dog, the livest one, the dog son, he over here. What my subject is maturity. And then before I go into it, I'm gonna give you some definitions of maturity, and I'm gonna give you 10 things that are signs of maturity. So here's a definition of maturity is when you have the wisdom of knowing when and where to be immature. I'm gonna repeat that because that's important. When you have the wisdom of knowing when and where to be immature. Let's really think about that. Next definition, maturity is when you stop asking why they don't call you or text you anymore. That's brilliant, because I stopped doing that with people. If they don't text me or they don't call me, I'm not sweating it because they know my number. You know, whether they call me Wallace or they know me from the military or whatever, they know me. They can get a hold of me just so I can get a hold of them. Maturity, you just notice the change, and you just notice the change and accept it. No drama, no fight. I think you better let it go. Just let it go. No, you just notice the change and accept it. No drama, no fight. That's maturity. Then another one is you just walk away with a smile. Because if you notice that the live was one, the tiger son, I'll be like, I might get a little, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm back to tiger mode. Just like Quincy. He always walking around, then at the end of the day, what he do, y'all? He be like, then he give you that freeze smile. He pause it, let you know he okay, and then he just walk away, right? He just smile. And you be like, hey, that's infectious. And you want to smile too. Everybody on here starts smiling. Everybody starts smiling. We don't even know why we smiling, but we just smiling, all of us. And then here are the signs, the 10 signs of maturity, the 10, At number 1, small talks no longer excite you. Small talks no longer excite you. Number 2, this is kind of what ties in what Miss Charlene said. Watch this. This is crazy, right? Sleep is better than a Friday night out. Sleep is better than a Friday night out. I don't know what Friday, but on Fridays, I'm usually at the house trying to think of what to do on Saturday. So I don't know, but that's a different story. Number 3, you forgive more. Miss SITA always brings up God and everything and how he forgives us. See how this all ties in, people? We always tie in everything into everybody without even knowing. Number 4, you become more open-minded. That's a powerful number 4. That should have been like number 10. That you become more open-minded. Because what they say, closed mouths don't get fed, right? You know what I'm saying? Number 5, you respect differences. Back to what Miss Charlene was saying. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody believes who they want to believe. Gratitude. That's right there. Look at this thing powerful, y'all. I be getting excited because this thing come together so powerfully all the time. Number 6, you don't force love. Think about that. Ain't nobody out here forcing nobody to love them. It's organic. I didn't come in this group and when me and Quincy met and Thugly and Dolly, you know, saying, hey, y'all gotta love the tiger. They had watched me. And then all of a sudden they start smiling. And then they was like, man, I love the tiger. It just became infectious. They didn't just automatically like me or love me. It just happened. Number 7, you accept heartaches. That is hard to do in life. Accepting heartaches. Nobody wants to get their heart broken. Nobody wants to lose a job. Nobody wants to lose anything in life. But heartaches, nobody likes that. I don't care how tough you are. Ain't nobody want to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Number 8. This is really powerful. Number 8 is you don't judge easily. Because I know the first thing some of y'all saw was this hat and this person. And like, what in the hell is this? He really is like that? That's him? Like, he got a hat on that got a tiger. And if y'all rode with me, y'all would have saw I had the tiger in the Jeep, in the truck. I took a picture. And I know some of them was like, did he come from the insane asylum? Did Quincy pick him out of the straight jacket lane or something? I know, because when I have this hat, people look at me and go, and then when I be like, I'm 48, they be like, a grown man wearing a tiger hat. And I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's different mechanisms and reason why I wear it. And Quincy knows some of them. Like, hold on, slow down. Don't judge what I do in my character. Don't do that. So that's number 8. Number 9, you sometimes prefer to be silent than to engage in a nonsense fight. Let me read that again. Because let me really read that again. You sometimes prefer to be silent than to engage in a nonsense fight. I come from a military background. Look, I can tell you what, Marines like to fight. I promise you. You say like, hey yo, the wrong way. We on it popping. We're aggressive. Like Marines are aggressive naturally, and then if you are an aggressive person, it makes it even worse. So I've learned as I got more mature to just back up. When people start flailing off at the handle, I just sit back and go, that ain't me. That's not me. I can't be a part of that. I can't partake in that, because you're not finna lower my energy, because I'm the tiger. I gotta be up here. I can't be the tiger and be like, you know what, you want this Verizon? How you doing? Hey man. And they like, he a tiger, so why he acting like that? Then now their energy is down. They don't want to buy Verizon from me. So, and then number 10, your happiness don't depend from people, but from your inner self. Think about that. My happiness does not depend on none of y'all in here. It evolves within myself. My happiness involves within myself, not no one else. But it would be nice if somebody else makes me happy. It does. When all of you guys smiling, y'all like, yo, the tiger crazy, and y'all, we going on in the chat, I'm throwing them emojis up there, and I see people do it. It makes me excited and happy, because I feel like I'm motivating somebody else. I feel like somebody else like, yo, I got to throw one up there because the tiger throwing it up there. He can't be the only one throwing stuff up there, so I'm going to throw him up there too. But it becomes a healthy competition. it becomes exciting to do it. It doesn't become just doing it just to be doing it. We just want to do it because it's exciting to recognize people with emojis. Like I said when we was in New York, I have an emojis for everybody. I literally do. Some of you I'm figuring out, but I have one for the majority of you people. You know what I'm saying? I have it because I feel like I want to recognize them and try to excite them to do more. Now, what I want to say with this, how this all ties into what I'm gonna try to keep it short because I like to talk and I can talk. That's just the tiger because it's therapeutic to me to conversate, whether you know it or not. But I often tell people when they tell me, why don't you talk to them about something? I tell them, and this is true, you have to learn the maturity level of the person you're talking to because you don't know how to talk to them. If you don't know them, you got to understand how to talk to them. Somebody might want to be taken out for ice cream just to calm down. Me, you could buy me a Lego set and all is forgiven. And that's my language, kind of. Or you just wait till I just calm down. Maybe I'm older, so it takes me a while to calm down sometimes. That's why I don't like being negative. And like first thing when I wake up, I do a prayer and then I open. This is what I do in the morning. Before I do anything, I have a whole list of things I pray for. I'll get a Bible quote. I put it on top of that and I put it in a post. Before I open anything, if one of y'all text me in the morning, you will not get a phone call. You will not get a text from me. If you try to beat me before my prayer, you will not. I will not open it. You will not get a hold of me before I do my prayer. And that goes with anything, social media, bridge the gap, bridge the whoever. You will not get a hold of me before I do this. You will not. And when I do it, then you can talk to me because I don't want nothing to come up and interfere in my mojo. I don't want it. I don't want it. I pray for it and then it happens. But what I wanted to say about maturity, I often tell people, you have to reinvent yourself within them, but not reinvent yourself within you. Let's think about that. You have to reinvent yourself within them, but not reinvent yourself within you because you have to understand their maturity level. And I analyze people very well. And I might talk a lot, but I'm a very observant and watchful person. I listen very carefully and I watch very carefully. So when I try to talk to somebody or come back to them, I'm trying to learn how to be mature within them because two immature people will never get anything done. And I always say, like in this, it's always business, never personal, but make it your business to take it personal. And I came with that a long time ago. That's one of the tiger sayings, because you have to be like that. And especially in a company like this where we all can see each other. Quincy puts our money out there. Miss Charlene puts our money out there. We become more as a family. We have to understand who all of us are and be mature within them to understand them better. Or we just walking around here with kids trying to make money and don't give a crap about nothing. And that maturity level makes us grow. Because I'm pretty sure when Quincy started off, he had to learn and mature and grow. And boom, we're here. We have to learn and mature to grow, else we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. We can't. You can't be the same person you was yesterday. Or even after this call, you can't be the same person. You can't. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot be the same person. And with that being said, the livest one of the Tigers, huh? I love all you guys. I hope I'm motivating you or keep your day going. If you need some motivation, you can inbox me because I'm full of it. Like this for real. This 24/7, y'all. This ain't no shut off switch. Like I can't shut this thing down until I go to sleep. Like I wake up. Y'all can see in the background. Y'all can see I got tigers on the bed on my thing. All the tiger energy every day. I wear tiger. I look tiger. Hopefully my dog look like a tiger. See, it's just the universe, baby. Let's get this.
Let's go, Tiger.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And thank y'all for the plaque. It's on my way every morning. I look at the plaque before I get on the Zoom call, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. It's right there. I thank y'all. Let's go.
All right, thank you so much for that, Wallace. Maturity. Tiger, motivation. Thank you so much. Let's throw some fire in the chat. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for making the fire emoji for me. I appreciate that, Wallace. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. All right. So now we're going to throw the ball over to Kev.
Hey, what's going on, yeah?
Hey, great morning.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
All right, so today I'll be talking about tips on how to break habits for success, but not only for success, for for your life. And the first on the list is identify your triggers. The triggers are the first step of basically developing a habit. So, like what trigger you to do this or what trigger you to do that. Find out what triggers you so you can stop, the habits. Because, we all had bad habits that we want to stop and we had stopped it. And two, focus on why you want to change. Focus on why you want to stop, what you're doing. And you can write down your reasons and your notes on your phone or I guess piece of paper and keep it somewhere you can see it. And I used to put stuff like that on my lock screen and seeing it, the list of the things that I wanted to change, it just keep the change to make it fresh in your mind. And three, replace the habit with a different one. All right, so for example, like say you want to stop reaching for candy when you're hungry at home. If you try to avoid like the candy or whatever, and you might fall back into a habit when you can't resist hunger. But bringing in something else like, fruit or maybe walnuts to keep around you, that's another snack option. So like, if you want to change your health, you know what I mean? And change your environment. That's number 4, change your environment. Your surroundings can sometimes have a big impact on your habits, and the people you surround yourself with are also part of your environment. Consider taking a break from spending time with those who contribute to your habit and don't support process of breaking one. And the last one is motivate yourself with rewards for success. So breaking the habit can be incredibly difficult. So sometimes it be hard because we all been there breaking the habit. Make sure to acknowledge how far you came, how far you come, and try to give yourself rewards along the way. Even small motivators, like telling yourself how good you're doing, can boost your confidence and increase drive to keep, trying. So that's all I got is how to break habits. You know what I mean? So whatever y'all got, work on that. Break them habits, yeah. It's worth it. You know what I mean? So that's all I got. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Thank you for that, Kev. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's throw some fire in the chat for Kev. Thank you. So I will go next. My topic is knowing your worth. And so when we know our worth, we don't settle for less, right? So things that we do when we know our worth, we carry ourselves differently. We know who we are, right? We listen to constructive criticism and implement change. We don't get offensive when corrected. We do better. We are more understanding and loving. We never want to be someone else but ourselves. no matter what anyone says, they can't break us when we know our self-worth, right? Everybody has opinions, everybody has things, but if you know it's something that is you, then look to correct it. So when we know our self-worth, we're comfortable in our skin. We don't care if we are liked. Everyone doesn't have to like us, you know, as long as we're doing the right thing, and we know we're doing the right thing. We are focused on our goals. We complete our goals. We start something and finish it. We get out of our head and we help others get ahead, right? You know, that's what it's about, helping other people become successful, right? We have our own identity. We do not cause any bad situations. We try to just diffuse them. And we know how to listen and we respond if necessary. We know how to handle our emotions. We lead and not follow. So to summarize, knowing our worth allows us to be effective in our everyday lives, right? It takes time to accomplish it, but it is worth it. That gradual change in the end, you know. So I challenge you guys to write down these things, which I hope you already have written down, you know, and start putting it into action if you have not already done so. So, you know, if you could show by a show of, you know, yes in the chat that, you know, you guys do implement this, you know, in your everyday lives, because self-worth, you got to know who you are. That's all I have, guys. If you guys have any questions or anything for any one of us, please drop it in the chat. Let's get it, guys.
Can I say something, Sita?
Yes, Ken, go ahead.
I was listening to everybody, but first of all, I want to say, Ari, thank you for all the birthday wishes yesterday. That meant a lot to me. Whatever, I appreciate that a lot. But I want to touch on something like called respect. Like respect mean a lot to certain people. And like what Tyler was saying, some people maturity level might not be up to par, and some people, it might be easy for people to place judgment on people. And one thing about placing judgment on people, they see it, they understand it, and based on their maturity level, they're gonna respond in a way where you take it, it could be offensive, or it kind of could make you defensive. But at the same time, we gotta respect the way how people are. If we can't respect the way how people are, we can't practice none of the things that was said, because that's come out of gratification, gratitude. When you in a mindset of gratification, you ready to accept gratification. That means you're ready to accept things in your life that you know that should be yours. With that being said, a lot of people place judgment on people, and when you place judgment on people, you gotta act. And before you do place judgment on people and you act on it, if you really truly appreciate them, they want to see it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, people basically gonna treat you how you treat them in a moment of weakness. So we gotta be strong on how we approach people if we don't really understand their maturity level. Because we don't understand people. All we going by is what we see. If we act on what we see, we judging the book by its cover. And if we not understanding, not showing we grateful to be in their presence or whatever, that's kind of making it hard for them to respect you, because they don't feel respected. That's what I'm trying to say. You gotta give out the energy that you trying to put out. I ain't saying pointing no fingers. I'm saying everybody. It's a natural response for people to get defensive It's nothing crazy. It's just what it is. So we got to respect and we got to acknowledge the patience of a person when he in certain type of situations, because they in that situation, not because they want to be in a situation, it's because they in it. And if you go and place judgment on a person in a situation, then that's not showing respect. So we got to kind of be careful with our words and our egos, and we got to meet people at our level to be understood. If we don't, they're not going to be susceptible to your understanding. I'm just throw that out there. I appreciate everybody.
Hey, King. Right, thank you for that.
I have a question. Can somebody tell me how to put fire in the chat?
So when you go to the chat, they have the emoji thing at the bottom left.
I know, but I can't see mine like I see everybody else's.
Are you putting it in everyone or just by yourself?
No, I put it in everyone, like it say everyone. So when I press it, I can't see nothing on the thing. I be wanting to put fire in the chat, but I've been trying to do that since I started. I don't know. Some of this computer stuff slow me down sometimes. I don't know.
Actually,
It's usually at the bottom. It's usually at the bottom
Oh my
left,
God.
though.
Huh?
we
No.
see your
No, I know where to go to do it, but when I put it in there, you know how people names pop on and say to everyone in the chat with the fire emoji.
This how
I
I
do
figured.
that. But I don't see mine. I'm like, where's
I'll
my
tell
stuff?
you, when somebody
Where's my fire in the chat?
click a fire, you click they fire. That's how I figured it out, and I can make my own fire.
Oh, so somebody I could click they joint too? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
like that lady Miss SITA always put a fire. I just click her name, and it allowed me to do it.
Oh, all right. That was that. I just learned something right there. Put fire in the chat. There you go. Now, next time I see the say, throw some fire in the chat. I'm gonna throw some fire in the chat for everybody. All right.
That's why we put all that's why I put all emojis up there so you can just click on them. See.
Or I can touch the emojis too on the gram. All right. Well, y'all always motivating. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, and bridge the gap. Let's go out here and try to get this money today.
We appreciate you, Sharp.
The sharpest cheddar out here, y'all. Don't forget that. The sharpest cheddar.
Anybody else have anything?
All right, gang. If there's nothing else, then it's that time, right? It's time to kick ass and take names. I'll speak to you guys soon. Let's get it.